What's up, guys? We're back with another episode, Island Ball episode 10. We're your hosts, Braden.
And Taya.
Our first in-person pod in a while. I mean,
Yep.
we're both back in LA. We're back in school. So I mean, we got a lot going on right now, but we're gonna do weekly in-person pods.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna be going back and forth to each other's schools and doing that. And we're gonna
yeah.
be dropping like Zoom episodes, like online ones throughout the week, especially when the NFL kicks off next week and the NBA. So just stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of content. Like I said, we're gonna be very consistent,
Yeah, yeah. That's where mainly our thing is consistency. And we're
Yeah,
back.
we're back.
Season's NFL season
But
starting, NBA
yeah,
season starting.
we're excited about that. But
Yeah.
for today, what we're just gonna talk about right now is we're gonna just break down our AFC and NFC like predictions, our standings. We're gonna talk about some of the floors and ceilings for some of the teams. Who you're most excited to like watch this season, and then
Sleepers.
sleepers, yeah.
And we
And then
have
we're
our standings. Yeah.
and then we're gonna we had our fantasy draft actually earlier today, this morning. So we're gonna like
You want to
break
switch it
down
up?
each other team. Yeah, let's just do that first. We'll,
All
we'll
right.
start with that. Comment down below whose team you
Who's
think
better between ours?
was
Yeah.
better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had the first
But
pick.
he had the first pick, I had the third pick. So
So I took C-Mac with the first pick.
you just
Or
just
I'll
run
go
through
through
your
my.
whole team. Yeah.
All right. So I took C-Mac with my first, or I'll go QB to, or should I go first round picks or QB?
Do you remember every single
Yeah, yeah,
person?
yeah. So
Okay.
first round, I took C-Mac. I think it's a 10-person draft.
Oh yeah, 10%
And
league.
then second round, I got Marvin Harrison, who I'm really high on. I think he's about to go off this year. I think Cardinals are sleepers. Nothing crazy, but maybe like a 9-8 year. And then I'm looking back on it. I don't really love my draft. I drafted three Ravens. I got Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, and Mark Andrews.
I don't know what he's doing with that one.
And then I got Amari Cooper starting. And then my quarterback is Jordan Love with the 49ers defense and the Houston's kicker. Off the bench, I got Keon Coleman, Xavier Worthy, Tony Pollard, Chuba Hubbard, Jen McDaniels, and OBJ. So let me know what y'all think. And then Brand's team.
We'll put that on the screen too, just so you guys can like see that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for my I had the third overall pick, and I took CD. I think that's a really good pick. I wanted going into the draft, I wanted either CD or Brees. So I thought both of them were probably gonna be there. So it's kind of tough to choose between each. Because I think Brees is gonna have a great year. But I don't know. I feel like CD could go for 2K this year. He has like no competition. I think they're gonna be airing it out a lot. Dak's got something to prove too. So and then in my second round, my late second round pick, I took Kyron Williams. That's the only pick. Like I don't hate it. I wanted Devontae really there. Devontae got picked the pick before me. That's who I really wanted. But because Kyron's returning punts this year, so that's the only thing.
He's
Um,
returning points this year?
yeah, I don't know why. I didn't really read into
Did
it
they
too
give you
much.
points for that or no?
Only if you
If
return
he
it.
gets a
If he gets
touchdown?
a touchdown. Like the only reason that concerns me is because he could get injured. He already has like a injury history.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, he still should be their third down back. I know they drafted Blake for him, but I mean, last year he got hurt. I think yeah, he got hurt later on in the year, but he was balling when he was in there.
Yeah.
They were using him a lot. I was actually watching Rams games because Stafford and Puka were entertaining. But so I mean, I don't hate the pick, but then I love my third round pick, which is Josh Jacobs. I'm really high on Josh Jacobs this year. AJ Dillon's out for the season. Pretty sure that happened like a week or so ago. Uh, yeah, man, I just love it. I think he's gonna have a bounce back season. Last year he didn't really. I mean, 2 years ago he was up for Offensive Player of the Year. Had like what was it like 1,800 yards in total? I think something around that. He had a great season. But the whole Raiders were just a mess last year. So I think he's gonna have something to prove. He's in a way better offense with the Packers now. And I think there's gonna be a good balance between that, and he's still gonna get a good amount of touches. So I love that pick. And then the rest of my team is I have Keenan Allen, Dalton Kincaid, James Conner. I like the James Conner pick as long as he can stay healthy. Because with Kyler, whenever Kyler's been healthy, in the previous years, those two they've been balling together. So I really like that. I think I took him in like the fifth, I want to say, fifth or fourth. Oh, and I got Mahomes. I forgot to mention that. Got Mahomes. It's my QB. I think I took him in the fourth, late fourth. I think I took him in the late fourth, and then I either took, I think I took Kincaid. I either took Kincaid with my late fourth and then Mahomes with my early fifth, or vice versa. Not sure about that. But then I got the Saints defense and Jake Moody. So those are my starters right now. On my bench, I got Christian Watson, Brock Bowers, Caleb Williams, which I like that for my backup. I took Lad McConkey in like a later round. I think there's some upside with that. I don't know. I haven't really read into too much Chargers stuff, but like I don't really know what competition he has, so we'll see how that is. Dallas Goddard, which I know he's hurt for a little bit. Oh, never mind, he might be coming this week. I took Curtis Samuel with my very last pick. Um, one of the very last picks in the draft. I really like that. I think I don't want to say upside with him, but I think there's stability with him. Like if I ever need to just someone gets hurt or I need to throw in a starter some week when there's a bye, I feel like there's really good like that's really really good just player to plug in whenever needed. I think Josh Allen, this is a really reliable target with them. So and then I also the pick that I really love too, because I played for the championship. I took Nick Chubb. Not sure, I forgot what round I took him. I took him pretty early. I took him with the 63rd pick. So I knew someone else was gonna take him soon. So I really like that pick. I know he's out for at least the first 4 weeks, but I'm thinking long term. I think I have a good enough team to, really do well until he comes back and then I think he's gonna be fine off the injury. And he's gonna be be fine.
He
But,
tore his ACL, right?
dude,
Or
it
like
was
I saw it
nasty.
like the
Yeah,
play.
whatever it was nasty. I
Think
think he's
about
gonna
that.
be fine. I mean, that's tough to deal with, but I don't
Hopefully
know.
he's
I
good.
feel like he's gonna be cool. Yeah. But so comment down below,
Yeah, we'll just try
whose
to get a
team.
picture.
We'll put it up in the editing. We'll pop it up each other's teams. But just comment down below who you think's
Yeah,
gonna be better.
let us know who you rock with.
But you wanna just get right
Let's
into
get
it?
right into it.
Got you. Yeah, man. You want to start with AFC or NFC?
Let's start with AFC.
AFC is stacked. I mean, I feel like
Both division,
both conferences are really
like
stacked.
the NFC North is pretty stacked to me this year. But I think AFC is a little better. I think they got more QBs, but the NFC
Gotcha.
is catching up.
Do you want to run through your division? Do you want to do the division winners first?
I would say I was gonna do the divisions, and then right here I have the playoffs.
Oh, got you. Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, I can. So my AFC East, I have these are we before we did like there's a little NFL thing, and we go through every game. So this isn't, but we said it was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much.
this isn't
This is just what we think the record's gonna be. So
yeah.
for the AFC East, we have I have the Dolphins winning it at 12-5. And then I have the Jets and Bills both tied at 10-7. And then the Patriots at 3-14. I think that might be one of the worst teams in the league. They just really got no talent, to be honest. AFC West, I got the Chiefs at 13-4. I have them winning the division or the AFC. The Chargers 8-9. They're low-key in a weak division this year. The Chiefs, the AFC West, I don't think it's gonna be that good. The Chargers, they got a good new coach, but they lost a lot of weapons. I got them at 8-9. Raiders 5-12. Broncos 4-13. I hope the Raiders are even worse. I'm not even a Raiders fan, but I want to see them get Shador or Travis or something like that, just so there's something fancy in the
In
building.
Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas. But yeah, I have the Broncos losing. I just don't think they have no talent. Their QB room is.
What Bo Nix?
I don't think Bo
You
Nix
don't
is
think Bo
really.
Nix is the answer?
He's starting though, so
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're starting a rookie QB, but I mean, their weapons are lackluster. I don't see them being that good. AFC North, I think this is the most stacked division in the NFL. It's been like that for a minute. And I'm very high on the Browns. I have them winning it at 12-5. Tied with the Ravens at 12-5. But I have the Browns winning it.
Deshaun
Just because
you.
I think their defense is just so good that it's just gonna hopefully Nick Chubb comes back. But if Deshaun Watson is just like a middle of the pack quarterback with their defense, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, they're about to just destroy people. They're in a tough division though, so the Ravens definitely can be better than them. And then I have the Bengals at 10-7. They got good weapons. They still got Joe Burrow, but I don't really trust, even though they have some nice pieces, I don't trust their defense as much as some other teams. And I don't know if their run game's gonna be that good, but they do have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, so they're gonna be 10-7. And then I have the Steelers at 7-10. I would have them way lower, but they're just so well coached with Mike Tomlin. Like roster wise, I think they're really not good, to be honest. I don't really trust Russell Wilson. I'd rather start Justin Fields over him, to be honest. George Pickens is gonna have a breakout year though. He's really nice. But other than that, like I don't think Najee Harris lackluster, but just because of Mike Tomlin, I don't have them at like a 5-12. You know what I mean?
Their record is, I mean, we'll talk about that later too. It's just, have you seen the back end of their schedule?
Yes,
It's horrible.
It's tough.
Like I can see them like, would you have them
Yeah,
at?
7-10.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes
I would
sense.
say 5-12, but just they have Mike
Yeah.
Tomlin. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they have to play the Browns, the Ravens, and the Bengals twice each.
And then they
Like,
got the Chiefs, I think, in
ye-
there, like
yeah,
at the end, and then they have some. They
like,
might even have the Bills. I
like I
forgot.
don't know how, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
that's tough.
AFC South, I'm gonna just wrap it up. I have the Texans at 11-6, winning the division.
Mm,
Colts 9-8. I want to get the Colts higher, but I really like Anthony Richardson. Michael Pittman's good. They have a solid defense, but they're in the AFC. Their division's not too hard. The Texans are a good team. The Jags, I have them at 8-9, coming in third. They have Trevor Lawrence. They got some nice pieces there, like Calvin Ridley, but I don't know. I don't know if their defense is that well, if it's that good. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know if I can really trust them yet. I don't know if he's a CJ Stroud, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, that level quarterback yet, or if he ever will be. He has the height, he has the arm, but I don't know. He just doesn't have, I feel like, the it factor.
you talking
I don't
about the
know.
Jags?
I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence,
Oh,
yeah. And then I have the Titans at 5-12
okay.
with, yeah, there's not much to be said. I don't think they're gonna be that good. I can see them even being worse,
Mhm,
but I can see them being 5 wins.
mhm, okay. And Calvin Ridley's on the Titans, by the way.
He's on the Titans.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were talking about the Jags. My fault.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
okay,
Oh, did I say Calvin Ridley was on the Jags?
I might have been. I might have just
No,
misheard.
no,
But
no.
okay, okay. But all right. So do you want me to wrap up my
Or
division
should I
first?
say my
Yeah,
AFC
you can
play?
say
All right, so
your
my AFC
seeding.
plays, I have the Chiefs at 13 and
Mm,
4, well, first. I have the Dolphins at 12-5 second.
mm,
Browns 12-5 third. Fourth, Texans 11-6. The fifth, the Ravens 12-5, just because I think I have them losing the tiebreaker, I guess, against the Browns. Jets 10-7 sixth. Bills 10-7 seventh.
mm,
So the big sleeper is I have the Bengals missing the playoffs.
mm. Okay.
So I don't know what you think about that, but
Yeah, we'll get into mine. So like you said, there's this website that we're using where it's like it has all the games for every single week and you can choose who you think's gonna win and it will collect all that data together and just
yeah,
make the standings for you based off your picks. So when I made the list that I have here, like that's what I was using. So for some of my records, they're really high because when I'm doing that, like there's obviously gonna be upsets throughout the year,
yeah,
like there's just always like the Chiefs will always lose to like they'll
yeah.
just have a bad game and lose to like the
Steelers or yeah,
or just the
what's the bad
the
Patriots?
Broncos.
Yeah,
Like last year that happened.
yeah,
So like, but it's like I'm not gonna like pick that when I'm
yeah,
picking that. So it's like some of these records are high, which is why we're implementing the floor and ceiling segment that we're gonna do right after this.
yeah.
So I like my order that I have, but some of the records are high, which you'll see, which it's understandable based on what I did. But I'll just get right into it. In the AFC East, I have the Jets winning the division. Um,
I,
it was hard. That one was really hard for me to do. Just because, Josh Allen, I mean, in our last pod, we were going through our top 10 players in NFL. Josh Allen had two, like
that's crazy.
players. I think Josh Allen is just that good. So I mean, it's hard for me to just bet against them just because like I mean, it's Josh Allen and the Bengals, but their team has just taken a bunch of hits this offseason.
Yeah,
And I'm really high on the Jets. I know a lot of people aren't just because of I mean, they made some additions to their offensive line, so hopefully that goes well for them. But Aaron Rodgers is like 40 coming off of Achilles. Um, the last time we seen him play, he didn't really have a good year up to his standards at least. So I'm not to be honest, I'm not concerned about any of that. I think Aaron's gonna be fine. Not saying he's gonna return back to MVP form like he was dominating the league before then. But I think he's gonna be fine. I think Brees Hall though is the factor too. I think Brees is gonna like he had a great season last year. And I think just with the addition of A-Rod, like being healthy, just having that passing game, like just that being a factor, like Brees is just gonna have a great season. That's why I wanted to take him in fantasy, I feel like at the end of the year, I know it's kind of crazy, but like I could see him being like the best fantasy player. Like
I know he's
being,
ranked. He was projected 2 or 3 on ESPN.
that's why I wanted to take him. I
I think
almost
that's
took him,
crazy.
but so I'm really high on the Jets because I think their defense is still gonna obviously be elite, probably one of the best in NFLs. So I have them winning the division. Um, just for a sec, I'm gonna just get into some. I have the Bills second, and so I have the Jets at 13-3. I have the Bills at 12-5, and then I have the Dolphins at 10-7. So I actually have the Dolphins missing the playoffs.
I have them
So
winning,
we'll get into that,
but
but yeah, and then I have the Patriots. Oh, okay. I've just losing a whole bunch of games. We won't even get into that, but
They have them
Um,
winning one game or not?
yeah, I think they'll win one game.
Yeah, they have no winning no
But
games.
that's like
I think they're
it
the
could.
Patriots have no talent.
Yeah, the Patriots have no talent, but the
And
AFC North, I have the Ravens winning. I have them at 15-2, and like we said, this is we'll go through the floors and ceilings for these teams. I think they're gonna win a division though. It'll definitely be close. I think it'll be between a game or two, just between them and the Bengals. I think the Bengals are making the playoffs, but
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I don't know. The Ravens just, especially in the regular season, they're just so dominant. I mean, they were dominant. They were dominant in the playoffs and up until the Chiefs game too. But you know, Lamar obviously is MVP candidate every single time he steps on the field. Their defense is still elite. I know they lost. Who they lose? I forgot who they lost.
The Ravens?
Yeah, they lost somebody.
They lost
Was it Madubuike? Or did they
they
resign
lost
Madubuike?
they lost someone on the
Oh, they
defense.
lost Patrick Queen. That's who they
Yeah,
lost to the
Patrick
Steelers.
Queen.
Okay, so their defense, but I mean that's just the culture they have there with Harbaugh. They're just their defense is always good. They re-signed Matt BK. That's who it
They'll run
was.
the ball well,
They're
yeah.
gonna they got Derrick Henry, so they're gonna run the
I
ball
think that was
well.
a big pickup.
That's gonna be then option is gonna be nasty with Lamar
Yeah,
and Derrick Henry. That week one game, I'm so happy they did that week one game.
that's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
good
be a great
game.
game. We're gonna have an episode right after that game.
Yeah, yeah.
The night of, right after that
I'm
game, we're
down,
gonna have
yeah.
an episode for you guys. But so I have the Ravens at 15-2. Um, yeah, I just think they're gonna be dominant. I got the Bengals next at 13-4. Uh, it's just simple for me. Joe Burrow's healthy now. When he's healthy, he's arguably the second best quarterback in the league. And I mean, when they're healthy, they beat the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl. So I know, like he said, like you said, their defense, uh, there's a lot of other defenses I like better. So that does concern me. But I don't know. I think the thing that would concern me is the Jamar Chase holdout.
I think he'll play. I
You
would
think he'll
just
play? You
super
didn't see like he
surprised.
showed up late to
They're gonna
practice,
have
but
to
like
pay him. Yeah, I seen
you
the
seen
straight
that?
clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But so he's probably not gonna play week one. I know he like they were saying there's like he might not.
you
So
think he'll get paid more than CD?
I don't know.
CD got a
But
bag.
they gotta pay. Yeah, I don't they gotta pay him.
They
But
have to.
I don't get into all that cap. I don't know
I
how.
don't. It's
Yeah.
not like NBA where there's like more cap like flex. I know there's more like
Yeah.
gymnastics you can pull off.
Yeah. But yeah, putting Garrett like giving them all up
Guaranteed.
at front. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they play the Patriots week one. So even if he's not there, they're gonna win that game.
You seen that one with that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Who are the Patriots are starting? What's his name?
um
The Colts old quarterback. He's garbage.
who?
Jacoby
Oh,
Brissett. He was
Jacoby
named
Brissett.
starter. I'm like,
Mm.
what? And they drafted quarterback. I don't know. That makes no sense.
But and then I got the Browns at 11-6.
Okay.
So on
I
that,
appreciate the love.
yeah. And then I got the Steelers at 7-10. Isn't that what you had on that?
7-10.
So that rounds off the AFC North for me. And I'm gonna go through these quickly now. AFC South, I have the Texans winning. I have them at 12-5. So that's the only team I have in that division making the playoffs. And then I got the Jags. Actually, I think from here, I think the rest of I think everyone else is gonna be pretty mediocre in that.
Yeah, that division's
Yeah,
big.
I'm gonna just breeze through that. We could talk about that more later if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
But AFC West, I got the Chiefs winning. I have them at 15-2.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that's why we're doing the floor and
Yeah,
ceiling
yeah.
thing, just because
I mean, I
they're
think
they're gonna drop a game to a bad team most
yeah,
likely.
100%.
But which
Like the
I
Raiders
didn't
or
take that
something.
into okay. I didn't
The
take that
Raiders.
into account. I think the team, yeah, I didn't take that into account. But yeah, I got them at 15-2 winning the division. Like you said, I don't think the AFC West like it hasn't really been good in past years. I don't think it's gonna be that good either this year. We'll see. The only thing, the wild card is the Chargers. I mean, everyone's making,
They have Justin Herbert.
and then Harbaugh's coming in now. So
They lost Mike Williams, but I
I
mean
have
he was
them.
injured
I
for
have them
some.
at 10-7 though. I just have them missing the that because the conference is just so good. Like,
You think Keenan Allen, Michael, because they're injured a lot. Do you think those are really big losses? Because
yeah,
and the
I
first
mean,
round receiver they drafted
you
last
see
year.
the season Keenan Allen was having last year.
Yeah, and
Little
Quentin
Matt
Johnson's.
McConkey.
Yeah, yeah.
I took him in fantasy. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good year, but I don't know. Like that's the one where it's just I have to watch him play. Just to see because everyone's talking about the run game, but like
They have.
who
I
they
feel
can
like
do.
Justin Herbert is really good, but they're
Yeah,
the AFC just has every
they're
like they're just
just so
stacked.
good. Yeah, like are you taking them over the Bills to make the
Exactly.
playoffs? Like
No,
I'm
I'm not taking them over the
um
Dolphins. I mean, but also what we're not talking. There's always a team that gets injured. Like
yeah, and then I got the Raiders and
so,
then the Broncos coming in
but
like
we can't
with
predict who
like
gets
less than
injured.
4 wins. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that did I miss? I think that rounds off my AFC. So just to recap, I got the Chiefs as the 1 seed, the Ravens as the 2 seed. I think that might come down to just who wins week 1, to be honest.
Think so?
Yeah, because they're gonna finish with like similar records probably. I think and we'll talk about it later, but the Chiefs play the Ravens and Bengals week 1 and 2. Like those are gonna have
The Chiefs play
crucial
the
impacts. Yeah.
Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah, both games are at home for the Chiefs, but that's gonna have major impact on the standings, for tiebreakers and whatnot. So I got the Chiefs 1, Ravens 2, got the Jets 3 seed, the Texans the 4 seed, the Bengals the 5th seed, Bills 6, and the Browns 7, rounding off my playoff. The teams I think are gonna make the playoffs. So
Yes, sir.
pull up your list again. Let's talk about it because I
I
mean,
think our only difference is you have the Bengals missing, I have the Dolphins missing.
or I have the Bengals making it.
Or you have the
Yeah,
Bengals making it,
yeah,
I have the Bengals
yeah.
missing it.
You,
For the AF,
I
did we
mean,
do NFC yet?
we didn't do NFC yet,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, that's
here,
what I was
wait,
doing.
pull up. I'm gonna pull up the Dolphins schedule.
Let me see. Well, I thought it wasn't that hard, but maybe I'm tripping. Jaguars, Bills, Seahawks. This is a very easy schedule to Big Ben.
Hmm.
It goes Jaguars, Bills, Seahawks, Titans, Patriots, Colts, Cardinals, Bills, Rams, Raiders, Patriots, Packers, Jets, Texans, 49ers, Browns. I think the Dolphins have a pretty easy schedule,
Oh.
especially to begin, don't you think? Patriots.
Yeah, I get it. And they always start off hot, but
Yeah.
so I mean,
I love their
yeah.
weapons. Like they have Tyreek Hill and Jalen
I
Waddle.
mean, yeah. I mean, I have them a game behind the Browns, so that could easily, but
Bengals have Patriots. Bengals don't have okay, Bengals have a harder schedule,
but
but not too hard.
yeah, I don't think because I mean, yeah, they
They
weren't,
have the Patriots, Commanders, those should be. I think the Commanders could be decent though. I like
but
Jay McDaniels.
nah, you really think the Bengals are missing?
I just
I don't
who
think
would you put over? I guess
that's why I had like,
the Dolphins. That's what you've had the Dolphins. Maybe the Jets if Aaron Rodgers isn't that good. But I like the Jets. The
yeah, no,
Brees
I like the
Hall.
Jets
I like
too.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
I
but
think their defense is solid.
are you gonna just get into NFC?
Let's get into NFC.
I feel like 'cause we're still gonna do the high and lows. You want to just get into like the let's just say our division winners, and then say the
Okay,
seeding.
for
Yeah,
NFC.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I have the Eagles winning at 12-5. Uh, I have the 49ers winning the NFC West at 13-4.
Hmm.
I have the Bears and Packers
Ooh.
tied, but I have the Bears winning it at 11-6. NFC South, really weak division. But
Hmm.
I think Kirk Cousins will lead the Falcons to 9-8. Hopefully Kyle Pitts breakout year. I have him in one of my leagues. Drake London, maybe he breaks out.
Hmm.
Bijan, hopefully they feed him a little more. But that division's really weak. So then my NFC playoffs, I have the Niners at 1 seed, 13-4, Eagles 2, 12-5, Bears 3, 11-6, Falcons 4 at 9-8. Packers are the 5th seed at 11-6, and then Cowboys 11-6. And rounding out is the Lions at 10-7. Who I think they could be better, but they're in kind of a stacked division.
Hmm.
And I just like the Packers and Bears more than them.
Okay.
So you can go over this and then we can argue
Okay.
about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
favorite.
So I got the 49ers winning. Yeah, I got the 49ers. I got Green Bay winning their division. So you had the Bears, right?
Yeah,
I
I had
got
them
the
tied, but
Packers. Okay, okay. But yeah. And then I got the Cowboys winning the division.
ooh.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning the division. Then when I made this, I had the Bucks winning. But recently, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I like Atlanta's defense looking at it
Yeah.
now. So that's one I might end up changing. Like I could see the Falcons winning. It's just Kirk off the injury. I don't know. I don't know.
I
That
don't know
kind of
why they
scared.
drafted a quarterback when they have
Yeah,
Kirk.
no.
That makes no sense to me.
And then I got the Eagles. Oh, I had the Eagles and the Cowboys with the same record. I just had the way the tiebreaker because it's
Yeah,
picking
yeah,
the
that's what you're saying.
tiebreaker. So okay. So then um I had let me see because I'm looking at my playoffs. Oh, I might know that's all the division winners, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I had the Bucks. That's what I was saying. I had the Bucks winning the division, but I don't know. I could very easily. So I might want to change that to the Falcons. But so for the 1 seed, I had the Niners. For the 2 seed, I had the Packers. 3 seed, I had the Cowboys. I had them having the tiebreaker against the Eagles. I had the Bucks, like I said, and then the Eagles, the 5th seed, the Lions, the 6th seed, and the Bears, the 7th seed.
Okay, so you got the Bears
So,
in there.
so yeah, I mean, Yeah, I like that division a lot.
Yeah, me too. I
Um,
had three of the four, yeah.
yeah, like yeah. So I guess that's possible. But yeah, no, I really like that. I'm high on the Bears,
I'm
but
really high on the
I'm really high
Bears.
on the Bears. That offense,
They got Caleb Williams some weapons.
yeah. I feel like
They got
they're gonna
three
be
wide
fun.
receiver one types, DJ
Yeah,
Moore,
they're gonna be
Keenan,
fun to
and Rome
watch.
Odunze.
But I would say the two teams that I have low on my list when I made this that I'm like rethinking now are the Rams and the Falcons. I see potential both of those teams.
I have the Rams at 10 and
Um,
7.
give the Rams a 10-7. Yeah,
I
I can see that.
really wanted to put the Cardinals in there.
Really.
Kyler Murray breakout, and I'm super high on Marvin Harrison. He's one of the best. I don't even watch college football, but I watched a couple games, just highlights, and he looks like the best. Like I never seen like someone do what he does. So, but they do have a wishy-washy defense, their O-line. But Kyler Murray, when he's healthy, like Kyler Murray, I think people forget how good Kyler Murray is.
Hmm.
So hopefully he breaks out and people, remember who he is. But
I think for me, it's the last game I think I saw him play was that Rams playoff game.
yeah, he was pretty. But I think he's a good regular season like he'd be like a
I
good,
know what you're
regular
saying.
season
Yeah.
player, and then playoffs he might
But
choke. But
all right, you want to get into the highs and lows?
it's good. Are we doing every team or just
No, we'll just pick some teams.
like just
Let's start off with the Chiefs.
okay, like we'll do like relevant teams.
Yeah, Chiefs. Let's start off with the Chiefs.
I mean, realistically, the Chiefs, they're not gonna go so
I
bad. They
I
can
think
go
their
15 and 2,
I think their floor is
12 and
12 wins.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 and
Oh,
5. Because
11.
last year they were 11 and 6, and that's the worst I think they're gonna be. They were
Do
really
you think they
bad
got
last
better
year.
this year?
Yeah, they were really bad last year.
They
I mean,
were.
because I was watching they were turning the ball over. Their offensive line kept holding. They were getting into bad long third downs.
I mean, I can say,
It was,
but say Kelsey's probably gonna regress another year. He's getting older.
mm,
There was I feel like Xavier Worthy's fast.
it's just their offense is
Rasheed
just they
Rice.
got weapons now.
Do they? They got
Like
Hollywood.
even the Juju pick, I love that because that just gives like
He's just a stable receiver.
yeah, like I mean he had 900. What do you have? I forgot what it was like 2 years ago. He had a great season though. Did he have over 1,000 or was it
He
900?
was pretty good actually. They won the Super Bowl that year, right?
Yeah, back to back.
Let's see.
He had 933.
How many
So
touchdowns did he have? He only had 3 touchdowns, but he had a good year.
he had a good year, yeah. And it was just the moving like a lot of crucial third downs. He was just open and like
Yeah.
just because that veteran presence, just knowing what to do. Like they didn't really have that last year.
I mean, yeah, if you have a healthy
Like
Mac.
I remember, I mean, I wish we gotta learn how to do that, like pull up clips and like I don't know if
Uh,
that gets copyrighted or not.
no,
Because
I know how to do it
I
because I
remember
do the
this one
exact.
game in like the Raiders game where it's like it was a third down and it's like if the Chiefs don't get it, they're getting off the field because they have to
Mhm,
punt. And it was against the Raiders with the Christmas game where they lost. And Mahomes, it was a quick like third and 5, I think. It was a quick like just little dump pass to
mhm,
like Rasheed running like a little hitch.
mhm.
But Rasheed like ran it a little differently than Mahomes expected it to,
And it was a
just
pick.
because of how the defense was. No, and it was just like incomplete. But like
Okay.
that would have gave him a first down
Oh, I
because like
got you.
Mahomes was throwing it to where like the spot should have been based on the defense. But
Okay.
Rasheed like just that comes with just reps and just
Yeah, and I feel.
experience and stuff. There's just little things like that because then the Chiefs like if they had the punt and then I think the Raiders scored or whatnot, they ended up losing the game. The
Yeah.
Chiefs. So it's just stuff like that where Juju was just like really reliable and like knew where to go. And like a Rasheed, like it's his second year, so I think they're gonna have that continuity and everything's just gonna be better. So like you said, I think their floor is 12 wins.
I
I
think they
realistically I think they're gonna be around that 13, 14 wins total.
just because I don't see them not winning their division.
If they win the first if they start off the season 2-0, which I think they are, I don't see them ending off with anything less than 14 wins because that's two of their hardest games.
14.
Because
Yeah,
I
those are
mean,
gonna be nice.
because what? That's the Ravens and Bengals are one of their two hardest games. They
Yeah.
win both of those. 'Cause those are at home, and the
Yeah.
Chiefs always start off good, just because the whole offseason to prepare. The other tough game against the 49ers is coming off a bye.
Okay.
So I know Andy Reid always has them good off a bye. They don't really lose off byes, which is why. So so I think if they win these first two games, they're going to be hovering around that 14-1 mark. But what about the Ravens?
Ravens. Uh, Ravens. I can see them going 10 and 7 at the worst. Just maybe. I mean, because if say a Lamar gets injured or something, like it could be
Mm.
worse. But I'm saying like a 10 and 7, and then they can be also, I think, a 14-win
We're
team.
not. Don't take that into account.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I'm
like
saying.
it's gonna be like the Bengals last year.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow
exactly.
gets hurt and then it's
Yeah.
just over. But
But I'm saying, yeah, like I don't I don't see them missing the playoffs just because they're such a good regular season team. But
mm,
say worst case, they're maybe a 6 or 7, and then best case they win. They're the number one seed in the AFC. So that's
Okay.
how I would look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs
Yeah,
unless there's a crucial, like if Lamar goes down, then yeah, for the
even
season.
even
But
without like they're so well coached,
yeah,
like their
but
defense is so good, their run game. But maybe
so
like a team we should think of is like a middle of the pack team that can be what's like a team
okay, yeah, we'll
that
do
can be
that.
like a the one we were talking about earlier. I think the Bears have a high
The Bears, yeah, okay, we can
ceiling,
move
but
on.
also maybe a low floor.
Yeah, 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 we could talk about the Bears.
I think they can be a 12-win team max, and then I think their floor they can be a 7-win team.
I think
So,
they can make the Super Bowl.
yeah, no, I
I
do
think
too.
that's their ceiling.
I do
But
too.
that's their ceiling,
If
ceiling.
Caleb Williams comes in like he
Yeah,
could
yeah,
come
yeah.
in, like he
I
was,
just got to see that defense though too.
and
But
you think their O line will hold up?
but I think like I mean that's another thing about having Caleb, seeing some of those plays. No, that is a concern because I know a lot of people were talking about that too, where it's like
Yeah,
because he was just moving out, he had to move out of the pocket like almost every play.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But
And sometimes he holds the ball too long, and then makes
yeah.
the
But
extra play.
was
But he
Keenan
does have
was
weapons, though.
Keenan Allen playing in the preseason? I don't think he was, right?
I'm not sure. I remember.
I don't think he
I
was.
wasn't watching most,
I
but
don't know. He might have played the first game,
I
but
saw Roma Duze had a couple good catches, but I think Caleb Williams is really gonna pop off. People kind of hate on him, but like you can't really deny he's talented.
hmm.
Um, and but their division's kind of stacked. But yeah, if I wouldn't be crazy surprised if they make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised
I
either.
wouldn't be crazy
But
surprised. It's just how their O line holds up.
yeah.
Some other teams, what's like a high-low team?
Um,
The Rams, I feel
I
like
was gonna say the Rams. Yeah,
the Rams,
I think the Rams.
I think they're ceiling
I think the
11
ceiling
and 6.
is like competing for the division. I don't want to say they're gonna win
I don't
the
think
49.
I
You
don't
don't
think
think
they can
so?
compete with the
You don't
49ers.
think so?
I would be like, I feel like I would be super surprised or crazy injuries.
Just
But
because
the Puka, Cooper Cup,
because
Matthew Stafford,
absolute ceiling is Cooper Cup going back to close to what he was,
I don't see that
and
as
then
the
they
you
have
see that as realistic?
I like
I'm thinking realistic ceiling.
not triple crown realistic, but like where he's like
I don't
he
even
was hurt a
I don't
lot.
even think he's wide receiver one anymore.
Hmm.
You think he's wide receiver one with Puka still?
I think he's gonna come back to ours. I'm not saying he's gonna be triple crown dominant, but like
You can see him
yeah,
getting maybe 1,500
like
yards,
yeah, like I would say around 13 to 14, but
13 to 14.
just having a big impact.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now there is Puka, so if he gets back to close to what he was, that offense is gonna be rolling. They
And
got
they still got
Kyron,
their
so
defense is still solid.
it's okay.
They have Aaron, I mean,
But
they have Aaron Donald.
so I mean, I could see them. Oh, I think their ceiling is winning the division, but
I
I
can't
could
see
see
them
where
being the
you, yeah,
Niners.
yeah,
I
but
can also see them going like 6-11 though.
yeah, if things fall
Like if things
apart,
fall apart, Matthew Stafford just gets old.
yeah.
He has the elbow, whatever. What's another team with the
What about the Saints? Do
I
you think
don't
there's
see a
any
high,
hope for the Saints? Because
their
their defense, I think their defense is
ceiling's
good.
9-8 to me.
I think their
Their
defense is gonna be
division is
good.
weak though.
Yeah, that's
And then they still have Derek Carr.
yeah.
Do they have any weapons? Oh, they
They
have
have Chris Olave,
Chris Olave is
but and
solid.
then what? Rashid Shaheed. So,
Who's their do you think Kamara can have a bounce back year?
hmm, hmm.
Or do you think the age is just catching up to
I,
him?
I think that's
I
tough.
think the
I
age
think
is
the ages.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a running back. Like that's how it is.
yeah.
Is there any other? I feel like the Texans just have a high ceiling. I don't see them like, wishy-washy.
Yeah, I don't see them missing the play. To be honest, because
The division's
I
not
don't
that
think that
good.
division's that good. But
I think the Browns have a really high floor and low ceiling. Like they can
mm,
mismatch that. That's I have them high just because
do you think they can make the Super Bowl like
I
that
think they can
high?
make the Super Bowl
You
because
think
their
they can make the
defense is
Super
so
Bowl?
good.
Really?
And I think they have Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy. I think that's a solid enough wide receiver room. If Deshaun Watson's if he's his old self, they're literally a Super Bowl team.
Mm.
But I don't know how realistic that is to say. And if Nick Chubb comes back to what he was, which is
That's
also
a lot of ifs though.
yeah, that is a
There's
lot
a
of
lot of
ifs.
ifs. But that's I guess
But
what the
no,
ceiling
but
is.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, even if it doesn't come back, I think their defense carries them to 10 wins with nothing else.
Yeah, but like then it's just like last year where they're what first
Well,
round exit.
yeah, but they had Deshaun Watson. I guess Deshaun Watson was even if he was
But
there,
did you
that
like what you saw when Deshaun played?
not at all. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is there any like from what I saw, he's no, I saw nothing I liked actually.
Mm.
So his athleticism's decent, but just like it was just cooked.
Hmm.
The Chargers I think have a high floor, low like they're a team that can wishy-washy.
Mm. What about we'll get into one more thing because we're gonna come out with more content too today. But let's go through some like some award predictions.
Award prediction?
Yeah.
Should we go offense or MVP or offensive player of the year first? My
Let's see if
MVP is CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Okay.
Is that crazy? Second
No,
year.
I don't think that's crazy because he had a great year last year.
CJ
How
Stroud.
many games did he miss though? Was it one or two? I know he missed
Let's
a
see.
couple.
And I just feel like if they have probably there's so many good wide receiver rooms, but he has
Mhm.
such a good wide receiver room. How many? He had 23 TDs, 5 interceptions. Oh my
Yeah, no,
God.
that was elite. But
CJ Stroud games played. Who's your MVP?
Mahomes.
Mahomes not winning MVP. Do you,
How many games did he play?
uh,
15. Okay.
15. So he missed
15.
2 games.
Just 2 games. Okay. But yeah, I think they lost one of those games.
But I think his weapons are just better. Tank Dell, he got Stephon Diggs. Like they're gonna be tough. But offensive player of the year.
Here, let me talk about my Mahomes pick.
No, bro. We're
Bro.
not hearing this glaze,
Bro.
bro.
All right. I know it's a boring pick to pick
No,
Mahomes.
bro.
'Cause I think on it, like he's the favorite. I don't know about how much, but my reasoning for that is just kind of simple. I mean, he's the best player in the NFL. Um, he's coming off a down year, first of all, like by his standards in the regular season. Like I know he just won the Super Bowl and all that. You know, that's how good he is. He still won the Super Bowl. But I mean, if you look at his stats, just his stats, I mean, it was really bad. Like it's horrible. Let's just be honest. I think he had 27 touchdowns, 14 picks.
Some of his picks weren't his fault though.
No, a lot of his picks weren't his fault. That's what, but like, yeah, like
But
a lot of his picks were not his fault. But and a lot of them just had to do situations. He just had to force things and throw things up. But
yeah.
so and they just as a team on offense specifically, they just didn't play good. And like I know like they all admit this too, because I've seen interviews, like they lost a lot of games just because of their offense, you know, which has like never been the case before. I know they don't like saying that. So I think they're gonna they retooled their like whole offense, like their whole receiver room. I know they got rid of Kadarius Toney, got him out of there. They
Trying to
got
get him at running back, but
huh?
remember they're trying to get him at running back.
Yeah.
He was weak.
I
thought he was gonna be
They got
starting.
Marquise Brown. I know he's hurt. Hopefully he recovers soon. I know he's out for week 1. So that's gonna be a crucial piece though. So hopefully he gets healthy soon. Rashid looks like he's gonna be there for the whole season, most likely. If anything happens, it'll be next offseason.
Yeah.
But
he's solid.
and then they got Xavier Worthy. So that's exciting. They're gonna be able to stretch the field vertically, just get back to throwing deep passes. I know that's been their focal point of their whole offseason. All the interviews I've seen is they're implementing the deep ball back, which is something. If you just look at through all the stats, we're not gonna go through it now. I know ESPN does all the time. Like Mahomes is like EPA per play, and like his just average depth of target was like the lowest like out of anyone, and like the lowest in his career. I know his deep ball percentage was like lower than like Gardner Minshew, I think, like last season. Yeah, they weren't really throwing deep shot. They had
Well,
no
they
one
didn't
to-
have no one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Should have
So,
been Tony.
Ever since these past 2 seasons without Tyreek, they haven't really had anyone. So they've just been like dinking and dunking, just doing short routes. I mean, and that's what they've done, and they've won, and they've been successful. But like, I know they've talked about it. They want to have fun with it. They want to go back to just throwing the deep ball. I know Mahomes wants to do that. So I see the stats just inflating a lot. I think he's gonna have at least 5,000 yards. And this is presuming he plays all 17 games. Even with 16, I can see it happening, but I think he's gonna have over 5,000 yards. I think he's gonna have at least 40 touchdowns.
But I'm trying to hear this glaze,
bro, I'm just saying this is why. And then I think the turnovers are definitely gonna cut down. Obviously, when you're throwing the ball a lot, you're throwing deep shots, you're slinging it, you're a gunslinger, you're gonna get more picks than you're just gonna end up throwing a lot of picks. But I think that the unnecessary drops and the turnovers that happen because the offense was just bad, those are gonna all be cut out. So I think his stats are just gonna be nice. I think we both have them as one of the top team or the top team in the AFC, one of the top teams in the NFL. So that plays a big part. You got to be like, your team has to be good.
Do you think there's also like just people like just the storyline and voters fatigue? I know he hasn't won it in a little while.
But that's why I think
like CJ Stroud's the new guy.
Like obviously like
Jordan Love.
His main goal is to win the Super Bowl because they're trying to three-peat.
Yeah.
But I also think like
he wants an MVP.
A lot of the stuff, like he hears everything, and it's just like everyone was talking about how he had a bad season. You know, so he wasn't voted the first player, you know. Like I know
that's crazy.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Well, it has to do when they voted, but
because
they voted.
Going off of that
Yeah,
time.
but like I think like he has that like mentality where he wants to like
Yeah, he wants to be
he just
known
wants
as the best
yeah
player
he
there
just wants
is.
to go he's gonna go out and
But
just prove
we're gonna
everyone
stop
wrong.
hearing that, Glaze.
But so yeah, I think he's gonna have a great season. It's terms of the voter fatigue. My argument against that is I know you don't want to hear this. I think he's just gonna have like just too good of a
Historical,
season
yeah.
to like where
I
that
just
doesn't
think there's
even
so many
come
other
into
good
question.
quarterbacks.
I know what you're saying though. For me, my second would be Josh Allen, just because like
He has no receivers.
if yeah, I mean, I think Keon Coleman has a lot of upside, to be honest. Like I think he
Guess who
has
got him in fantasy?
yeah, no, he
Yes,
took him. I
sir.
was gonna take him and then he took him, but
Let me know if I should start him over Zay Flowers.
I think eventually you should. I don't
Yeah,
know about week one.
because he'll be the wide receiver one.
Yeah. I think eventually he is. But
He's funny too.
because I think Josh Allen's just I mean he saw the thing he was voted most what was it called? Overrated player in the NFL.
Josh Allen was?
Yeah, you didn't see
Oh,
his
I didn't see
reaction to it
that.
too? Because he was like voted most overrated player and most trash talk or something. And then he tweeted, he was like, so you're telling me I like am the best trash talker or something, like joking. So
Oh,
like he obviously saw it. Um and it's like not saying that when people see that it like ruined like Josh Allen doesn't care, but
yeah.
like there is that I think they all have that mindset where it's just like they got that proven mindset where they're just gonna like, yeah, okay, you're saying that,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna just show you. And like for them to have a good season, he's gonna have to go off. He's probably gonna have over 40 touchdowns on like passing and on the ground.
Hmm.
So I think he's just gonna have a lot of yards running too. I think they're actually gonna be good too, because I think they're gonna change their offense. Kincaid's gonna get more involved and James Cook's gonna get more involved. And if he just limits those turnovers at times where he just does take some unnecessary risks, um, like I think they're gonna be fine. And for them to just be like to be good and like stay in that playoff race, Josh is gonna have to just like put up like astronomical stats. So I see that. I like the CJ Stroud pick though. I would have him at 3 behind Mahomes
I
and
have
Josh.
Jordan
But
Love. I like Jordan. I would
I
have
like
Jordan
Jordan
Love
Love
at
too,
2.
but
Offensive player of the year,
I got Brees Hall.
we saw.
I got Brees Hall, but
Who do I got? I got who offensive player of the year. I think CeeDee Lamb can get offensive player of the year, to be honest.
mm-hmm.
Like,
It's wasn't in fantasy.
yeah,
No.
no. CeeDee Lamb's like really nice. And just I think he's gonna get even more targets. Like they don't really have like another guy, you know?
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Like
that's
the
why I
Texans
picked.
have another guy.
Yeah.
The even the Bengals have T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson doesn't really have a good quarterback to throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball for him.
Mm.
Uh, I think he can still get offensive player of the year with Sam Darnold though. I wouldn't be actually surprised at all.
Justin Jefferson.
Just because Sam Darnold will just fling it, get hella picks, but
The only thing that concerns me about that is I've watched this you know Shannon Sharp's show.
yeah,
Not Nightcap with I love that show too, by the way. Shout out Nightcap. Get us on. No, I'm just kidding. But the other one, he has that Club Shay Shay where he brings uh celebrities on.
oh
Like I
yeah,
know Cat Williams, that
yeah.
super popular one. But he had Devontae Adams on. And Devontae Adams even talked about that, where it's just like people are saying he fell off and stuff.
Oh, because there's
But it's
some
just like he's just like look at the tape where it's like if he's running like a 10-yard dig or something and the ball's not where it needs to be because
yeah.
the quarterback
Oh
like
yeah,
that's the difference between that like 60 more yards,
yeah,
And he's like, just look at the tape a week before because I did the same thing and when the ball was there on time, like we've
yeah,
seen what happened. So like that just puts into perspective, like it does really make a
yeah.
difference.
That's why I don't have him winning it.
Yeah,
Because he's the best receiver in the NFL,
yeah.
but he has Sam Darnold throwing the
But
ball.
yeah. So another player that I really like. I mean, I liked it before all the holdouts. I like Jamar Chase.
I like Jamar too.
But
That
like
wouldn't be a
the
surprise.
whole like if he misses 1 week, that like
Is
really
there any sleeper offensive player of the year picks? Like not an obvious one. Marvin Harrison.
Is Brees Hall really an obvious one?
I
Are
think
people really high on Brees like that?
Brees Hall's a sleeper pick.
Like I know in fantasy people are high on him, but like in terms of
Travis Etienne. No, I'm playing.
that's a sleeper.
I love Travis
That's a
Etienne. I
sleeper.
thought he was gonna be a lot nicer, but
That's a sleeper.
I don't think Travis Etienne. I mean, yeah, McCaffrey's an
Oh,
obvious one.
I think Josh Jacobs, I think would be considered a sleeper.
Just because no AJ Dillon.
No, just because like, I mean,
Clear running
he
back
was in
one.
it 2 years
Yeah.
ago, but like, so I think he has the potential to be in there because he's in a great offense. I think he's gonna get good touches. He has, yeah, I don't know who's competition right
Bijan,
now. Bijan, okay.
that's a sleep. I don't think you, but if the Falcons are real good and he goes off,
Wait, when wasn't there something where they're like Tyler Algier is going to be really involved? I thought I saw that
Yeah,
like
they say
earlier
that.
this
Yeah,
summer.
I know, it's annoying because Bijan's nice.
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs, if he gets it, that's a sleeper. Jameer Gibbs is, oh my God, he
Mm,
moves
yeah.
he moves so sexy. Like pause, but like he just moves so like silky. Should we do defensive player of the year and then we done?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
got my
mine
pick.
is Miles Garrett. It's
Back to back.
not a crazy. I don't think that's a crazy pick. I just
Back to
think
back.
Miles Garrett's like that's my maybe. Is there a sleeper pick? I think Sauce can be a sleeper and Sauce can have a
Mm,
crazy year. Is that your pick?
that was gonna be one of my. I was gonna list a couple guys.
All right. You can list a couple guys. Miles Garrett. If I had to put money on it, it would be Miles Garrett.
You
But
can just list some players too who you think
Sauce,
are gonna just be like all
um,
pros and be really good. So you can go through that.
Nick Bosa. That's an obvious one. But I
That's who
don't.
I was gonna pick.
Nick
But
Bosa. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Is there any sleepers?
I was so mine was gonna be
Patrick Surtain.
mine was gonna be Nick Bosa. That's who my pick was gonna be. I really like the Sauce pick though.
Sauce.
Another guy who I don't want to. I
Kyle
get maybe I
Hamilton.
was gonna say Kyle Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, yeah.
That's
Kyle
a
Hamilton.
they're
I,
all in one draft
like
class.
I don't see how Kyle Hamilton will win it just because of how the award is.
Yeah.
But like I think he's gonna be
Just
like
so impactful.
he's
Yeah.
so impactful for the Ravens defense. Yeah, like last year he was, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Sir, I
I
feel like we're
mean,
missing someone. Oh, Max Crosby's obviously
Max
Max
Crosby, of
Crosby.
course. But the rate, I mean, it doesn't matter if he has a good year. I
If
think
he has a good year, yeah,
they're not going to be good though. The Raiders.
yeah.
That was a good draft class.
Oh,
Sauce,
coach of the
Patrick
year.
Surtain.
Who you got for coach of the year?
I don't really care about
You don't really care about coaches. We're doing the
It's gonna
awards
be the
though.
best team.
No, not really. The Chiefs are the one seed. Andy Reid's not going to get coach of the year unless
It's gonna be like a hype team.
if the Jets
If the Chargers,
if the Chiefs get the one seed, and then the Jets get like the 2 or 3 seed and
yeah,
they're only a
yeah.
game behind and they win the division, Robert Saleh's gonna probably get it.
I think if the Chargers have a good year, they'll give it to Harbaugh.
Like, was it like make the
If
playoffs?
they make the
Make
playoffs,
the playoffs? Mhm.
just because it's a good Michigan.
Yeah, and then
Like even if they're literally like the sixth seed, I think like Harbaugh would get it just because turning them around. Yeah, but I don't have the Chiefs doing
I
better.
see my sleeper pick to get it would be Matt LaFleur. Because I see Green Bay their ceiling. I talked about this on a pod way back when where I thought they were gonna be the one seed. I know I didn't have it in this, but
Jordan Love's tough.
I'm high on Green Bay too. So I think Jordan Love, because I mean the back end, I think he had like 22 touchdowns, 1 pick in like
he's
the
not.
last like 8 or some games. So it's like
I think they have underrated weapons too.
yeah. So I see if they get the one seed, Matt LaFleur is gonna win it.
Yeah.
And I see that as a possibility of really happening. So that would be my pick, LaFleur. But what else? I know we're missing. Oh, comeback player. I think Joe Burrow, but
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. You think he's gonna play enough games? He's out at least 4.
At least 4. Okay. Who else was injured last year?
Well, because I feel like that
Um,
award. Who got it last year? I totally forgot who got it.
Who got comeback player of the year?
Got that early.
NFL.
Oh, it was Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, really?
Well,
He barely played that many games. I'm taking Nick Chubb. Who else was
you see,
injured?
that's because he's a quarter. See, the quarterback holds so much weight in every just award. Or
Who got it the year before? NFL comeback player of the year. Tua got it. Was
it
Tua?
was Tua.
Oh yeah, Tua. No, nominees. I'm tripping. Geno Smith.
Yeah. See, I think it's gonna be. See, that's tough. I feel like there's a good chance it could be Joe.
Joe.
Just because I
How
mean,
many games did Joe Burrow miss last year? The whole season.
he missed like half of it at least, right?
Joe.
Because he got injured in that Ravens game,
Yeah.
which was like midway through the season. I remember watching that. They were gonna win that game too.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's why I'm so relatively high on the Bengals.
Joe Burrow. I'm trying to think who else was injured last year. Was Jalen Ramsey injured enough games?
I don't think so.
He only missed what? I feel like you have to miss at least half the season, right?
Here, I'll pull up the odds and then we can
Yeah.
talk about that.
I feel like I'm bad. Player of the year 2020. 2025 odds. I heard in like podcasts you can't have quiet time. That's like bad podcasting.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's what I heard.
Joe. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Okay. So it's basically between a lot of quarterbacks.
Actually, you know what? I have Kyler Murray winning it.
Oh, you have
like that's actually my.
I
actually have Kyler Murray different. No, that just makes so much sense. Daniel Jones is not winning it.
Okay.
Kyler Murray's my pick.
Kyler Murray's your pick. Got it. Okay. Right now I'm gonna still go with Joe.
I got
I think it's gonna be tough though, because I mean he's probably gonna be in MVP conversations. So it's just like, yeah. But I think Joe's gonna have a really good season.
Do we have anything else,
Agree.
Speed?
I think that's pretty much it for now.
Pretty much it.
Those were our record predictions. We talked about our fantasy team a little bit. We're gonna have more content coming out today. We're gonna talk about just some of the week one matchups, our predictions. We're gonna be arguing. We're gonna be just going at it. Let us know what else you want to see in the comments.
I think we'll have more like debates and more like, fun stuff. This was just like a more like serious stuff, but we'll have
Yeah.
more debates, fun stuff, like
Let
more like, stuff,
let us know what else you want to see on
Yeah.
the channel too. Like
Yeah, facts.
if you want to see us like stream video games or something,
Yeah,
like play
and
against each other.
repost our stuff.
Like
I'm gonna be on
college
Instagram.
football 24, like
Yeah.
Madden, whatnot. We're in LA too, so like let us know. We might start vlogging,
Yeah.
to be honest, because I mean we're in a beautiful city. There's a lot of things to do, so we might just start vlogging our adventures. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be back. Just see y'all. Glad to be back.